What's going on, YouTube? We're back here with some more CZN, and we're going to be answering, is Heidemarie a must summon? And the answer is simply yes. You know, we're not going to long it out for the video or anything. It's a straight up yes, she is worth summoning for. Number one, the lobby screen, of course. Number two, her being the limited unit. You know she's going to be really insane, especially from the previous limited unit we got in Sereno. We all know how broken Sereno is, and it does seem like every limited character that comes out are going to be broken. So that's why she's definitely worth summoning for, because she's just going to be super good. And I will admit and say she's definitely 100% up there with Sereno. Is she better than Sereno or whatever? That's something we're gonna have to test a bit more, but I'll definitely say they're on the same tier as of now. She's a really good unit. She's actually pretty fun to play with, you know, and she does have a unique gameplay style too, so I feel like that kind of adds some extra bonuses to it. And her partner is also 100% worth summoning for, because her partner is actually insane, because she's given the attack up by 16%. Then she's got this Zephyr, or however you pronounce it. That's to do with Heidemarie's link cards, which she obviously does. But here you can see when Zephyr reaches 3 stacks plus 20% critical damage to assigned combatant, and then she also gets 50% damage amount to the assigned combatant's passion attack cards, max 3 stacks. So, and here with her ego skill, which only costs 2 by the way, you can select up to 2 cards in hand, apply linked. If a selected card is the assigned combatant's link card, plus 10% critical damage. So she can literally get 30% critical damage. So worst case scenario, everyone should at least be able to get to 200% critical damage with, you know, just their gear and the partner, which is obviously amazing, because if you do get better gear, then we might be talking 210, 220 critical damage on your Heidemarie. And you know, who knows what type of controllers we get in the future that could possibly, you know, buff crit rate, crit damage in a different way compared to the other characters that are able to do it with their with their potentials. You know, for example, we got Typhera, and I believe Leia also does it too. So yeah, both Heidemarie and Sylvia are 100% worth summoning for. As I said, limited units, both being broken, really good, especially if you need some more DPS units, and they're just going to be better than all the other units in the game. And on top of that, we also do get access to Omega codes, which allow us to, you know, put dupes on characters. And me personally, I will say using those Omega codes on the limited units are going to be by far the best thing to do, because the limited units are already broken at E0. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could arguably say E0 Sereno, E0 Heidemarie are probably better than most of the characters in the game that are max duped. You know, like it'll still be comparable at the minimum. So you just gotta think, with the additional dupes, how more broken are they going to be? So you know, having access to the mega codes, I will also say, you know, kind of makes these limited units worth going for, because you could also get some dupes on them too, which is just gonna allow them to perform a lot more better. And one more thing I do want to say is, another reason why I think Heidemarie is definitely worth it is because I truly feel like she's good at all contents. You know, like how some characters might not be the best ones in chaos, and like it takes time for them, because you got to get their epiphanies, or certain epiphanies for them to start, you know, washing chaos mode. But someone like Heidemarie is just straight off the bat just amazing at chaos, you know. And obviously with the other game modes, she's also going to cook, because she's able to use and utilize a lot of cards. You know, she's gonna do a ton of damage. You know, you could probably cycle through your deck really easy as well, especially her being a DPS character and having a card like this way she could literally draw free. Even though you're probably gonna have a character in your team that could already draw cards, you know, having your DPS character being able to draw as well just, you know, gives that added benefit to it. You know, and I'm pretty sure with Salty, she's a good character to start off with. They literally gave her the core thing as well, and the core things basically, you know, these are the characters best to start off with. So she's going to be amazing in all contests. I can see her being amazing in tower as well, because she's going to be able to utilize so many cards to the point where you might just really kill all the freaking monsters before they could even touch you, if we're being honest. You know, and I could definitely see her being amazing in Great Rift, boss content, Nebula Distortion, of course. Now we, you know, have been glazing Heidemarie for a while. There is one thing I do want to add into the video. That's not to do with her being worth summoning for, but just kind of, I don't know, a good way to go about summoning for her is, I personally went for the partner first, then I went in for Heidemarie, you know, and got her. Then one of the things you could also do is come to the shop, and if you should have these saved up, because you shouldn't have really been buying dupes for any other characters, if I'm being honest. But you could come here and do get the two, where is it, sold out? Okay, yeah, so you could get the 2 dupes for Heidemarie. You could only buy 2, so you know, if you have 800 saved up, definitely worth going for the 2 dupes over here as well, instead of, you know, buying the partner then summoning for Heidemarie. I think it's better to summon for the partner, get that 1 copy of Heidemarie. Then, you know, as I said, you guys should have this saved up if you've been playing, and you know, you just buy the 2 dupes from here. Now you got her E2 and you got her partner. But if I am someone that's low on gems, then I would probably go on like Heidemarie banner first, then try to work my way up on getting Sylvia after. Yeah, I just wanted to make a quick video talking about Heidemarie. Is she worth summoning for? You know, to be fair, did I really have to make this video? Probably no, but you know, I still had to do it, you know, just to let people know, yes, 100% she is worth summoning for. Especially if someone's new to the game, they might not know how seasonal characters work and how broken they are. Thankfully, these banners are here for a very long time, so you know, hopefully, you know, most people that do play this game can get Heidemarie alongside with her partner. That's gonna be it from me. Hope y'all enjoyed it. Like, subscribe, run it up. Catch you guys in the next one of CZN. I'm out.